My childhood was a very happy one. Everybody had a chance to go to school. We were given the opportunity, and that will make sure that you study and do your assignments. But it was a very happy place that I had up until when it was 16 years and things changed. The war that ravaged Sierra Leone for over a decade started in my hometown. So my family ran and we became refugees into Guinea. Let me bring some understanding to the refugee mindset. When a war affects your location and you move, most refugees, you find that the first places that they settle are along the border areas, because you're always thinking that it's only for a short time, I'm going to go back. So most times you find refugees sitting at the border area, and that's what we did when we first arrived. In that space, I was in a different mindset. What is future for me? What have I become? What is now my identity?
Somebody put it well. They said about the refugee experience, they said, for those that have escaped the destruction of the body, they have experienced a different kind of death, and that is a death of a way of being in the world. And it's a loss of your vision of a meaningful life. And so you become unmoored from that. So you move into a new place and you're living on a desert and you're surrounded by maybe 100,000 other people. And how do you restore belief in your ability to create something meaningful in that space?
It was a very difficult time for my mental state. It was a place where it was almost like the world is closing down, and my dreams, my future, when am I going to have my own first girlfriend? When am I going to graduate? When am I going to get a job and feel that I have achieved something? So as a 16-year-old, those were the kind of things that affected me. The story of friendship is one of the things that has played a huge part in my life. Somebody who went to the refugee camps when I was still in this life of a refugee, connected with my parents. He was a tourist, but he just from Holland, and he just wanted to see, what refugees look like. And this guy, he met my parents and heard their story. He went back and decided to pay for my education. And he paid for me to go to school, go to college, and graduate. And you know what? I have never seen this guy. We've never met, we've never shaken hands. So there is human kindness. And when we treat people with kindness, we change their lives. When we show compassion, when we build on their hopes that they had. Because I had hope. And so he only unleashed the abundance, the thing that was being suppressed by the circumstances around me. Once he gave me that room, here I am. My work today involves a lot of working with refugees and displaced people. I think my story explains it. That's my life. When I stand into a refugee space, I can feel it. I know exactly what that person or that family that I'm interacting with is going through, because I was there myself. I can easily assess their needs, but I can also see where hope lies for them.
What a person like Abraham can do is show you that it's actually possible to create that life. And that not only can you create a life for yourself, but actually you can turn around that pain and suffering and make it a much more transformative thing, and that you can then, in an act of service, help others to create a life. And so I think he's a very meaningful symbol in the places that he works in.
We all have human needs, and those human needs need human solution. We need to view refugees with compassion, treat them with dignity and hope. when somebody loses hope in their lives, it's one of the worst things that can happen to them. And so if you ever hear refugee, think about those things.